His fingers curl away from mine, but he shuts his eyes. I wait until his breathing slows a little, until I know the next dose is kicking in. I wonder what he dreams about, what memories he summons. They tried to trace a relative, but couldn't find one. Looks like no one's coming to his farewell. I rip off my coverall and gloves and scrub my hands, soaping each finger in turn. The lift winds towards me. I key in the code to the sanitation floor, and the metal doors shudder shut. Thoughts of tomorrow creep into my head, bleeding the breath from my lungs. I focus on the numbers, count down each floor until the lift bounces and grinds to a stop. I turn left to the women's section and place my feet on the circle. A red light slithers over my eyes. There's a click as the lock releases. Strange. Never usually works first time. I grab my kit from the locker, dump my scrubs in the laundry, and turn the shower on full blast. Jets of tepid water spill over my head. I remember when I used to turn that temperature dial up to scalding. Now they're all preset. Another lesson we learned the hard way. Not a good idea to let your pores open up when you've done time on these wards. Soap fizzes on my skin, bursts of lemon overwhelmed by antiseptic. I press my hands against the tiles and rest my head on my arms, let the water pummel my neck until it's numb. You don't just wash off the germs, you leave the rest behind too. So you can become that other person, wife, mother, friend. But today my work isn't quite done. I step into the scanner and hold out my arms. A violet beam sweeps over my skin as water crawls down my back. The green circle flashes and the dryer clicks on. I am clean. I pull on my regulation green trousers and white shirt, turn my back to the mirror and scrape the brush through my hair. Reflections are best avoided. After a 10-hour shift, I barely recognise myself. On my way to the public building, I rehearse what I'm going to say. They'll ask the impossible, they always do. The next shift is clocking on, and some of the nurses nod at me as they file past. I head into the lobby and press the button for the lift. Just as the doors are closing, a middle-aged man prizes himself in. His eyes meet mine for a second and drop to the floor. He takes off his glasses with tremulous hands and starts to polish them. He rubs the same lens over and over, as if it might make the difference he needs. I step out onto plush oatmeal carpet, sheer luxury after all those hours on cold tiles. The man follows me and turns right, down a different corridor. A hint of lavender softens the clinical white walls. Wooden framed prints hang at respectful intervals. Trees, lakes, and waterfalls. Moss, rocks, and flowers. It's all been meticulously planned. This is, after all, the family floor. The place where we are judged. Room 15. My fingers hover over the handle. There's no noise from within, only the faint hum of air filters. I push my hair back behind my ears and adjust my collar. I take one more breath and go in. There's just the two of them. He's by the sofa and she's by the window. The room smells of perfume and sweat. She's late 40s, I'd say, maybe a little older. All kitted out in designer skirt, jacket and heels, her hair scraped back in a tight bun. Mr. and Mrs. Atkinson, I'm Kate Connolly, ward sister. I raise my palm, the now customary greeting. Pleased to meet you. No one touches each other's hands anymore, not unless they're intimate. She dabs at her swollen grey eyes with a white cotton handkerchief that is clenched in one fist. She doesn't return the greeting. The husband steps forward, sneaking his phone back into his pocket. His thick brown hair is just about keeping the grey at bay around the edges. Roy Atkinson. He nods his head, as if he's at some kind of business meeting. Sorry to keep you waiting, I say. I'm sure you understand. We have to put the patients first. She gives a strangled snort. He shoots her a look. It's the sort of look I get from Mark sometimes. Before we get started, would you like another drink? I say. I could organise more coffee, or something cold perhaps?